Hello everyone, welcome to the Take on Dallas. It's your girl Kayla Bree. It's your girl Kayla Bree. Hey, it's your girl Kayla Bree. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch this video. So as you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be talking about Dallas versus Houston. And I don't know what it is, but it is just like this unspoken beef between Dallas and Houston. I'm going to try to be as unbiased as I can, even though we all know that I love Dallas. But if you have been following me for a while, you would know that I was originally going to move to Houston and I ended up in Dallas. So I kind of have a good sense of the two. Even though I've never lived in Houston, I have been to Houston multiple times. So I kind of have a good feel of what to expect there versus here. There are also plenty of people who actually have lived in Houston that you can like look up, type into the Google search of like people who have lived in Houston. You can also follow people who live in Houston currently. There's plenty of people who vlog and do their life in Houston, but I'm just here to go over like the bare minimum specifics of like Dallas versus Houston. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can stay and continue to watch this video. Also, make sure that you guys are following us on Instagram at the Take on Dallas, on TikTok at the Take on Dallas, and join our community group where we connect and we network. We do our own monthly meetups. It's 100% free, so you can find all the links to that down in the description box below for your convenience. And let's go ahead and jump into today's video.
Look at you walking with a purpose. You ain't gotta change a thing, girl, you're perfect. Come join the real nigga team, you deserve it. Girl, you're looking like the blessing I've been praying for. Girl, this time is up, let me boss you up. I want your body.
Okay, so like I stated before, I'm going to try to be as unbiased as I can, even though we know that your girl loves Dallas. Like, I love Dallas. Has my heart, and I don't really foresee myself ever living outside of Dallas. Like, this is my home. But that doesn't necessarily mean that there's not pros to Houston, because there definitely is. So I'm gonna go over that with you guys today. So first things first, I would say that depending on where you are in your life and like what you're trying to do and what you're looking for would depend on whether you would like Dallas or Houston better. You're still young, vibrant, still living life, want to be out, want to go to the clubs, want more of a turn up city. Houston is by far a better choice than Dallas. Dallas is not really a party city like that. We do have a party scene, but it's a lot less than Houston does. Houston just is a lot more prominent when it comes to the nightlife. There's way more to do. It's a lot more lit. Like, you're gonna go there, you're gonna be guaranteed a good time in Houston versus Dallas. It's like a wavy city. You kind of have to know where to go, who's who, what's what, and you kind of have to find your vibe. Versus Houston, you can kind of just find it. Like, it's everywhere. Like, you can go to a restaurant, get something to eat, and it will be the club. Like, it's kind of like Atlanta. If you are used to like more of an Atlanta life, if you're looking for more of an Atlanta life, I would definitely say go to Houston versus Dallas. Also, I will say that Houston does have better food than Dallas. Like, the soul food is more cultured there. Like, a lot more like just soul food and just more good food in general. You're gonna find the good food in Houston. Like, you can find good food in Dallas, but nothing in comparison to Houston. I feel like Houston is more like a mini Atlanta when it comes to the food and the culture. Like, I'm here for it. And you can also, I just feel like people in Houston be representing for people in Houston. Like, when you from Houston, you gonna let everybody know you from Houston. Now, what I will say is that Houston does have hurricanes. And so when I first moved to Texas, period, that I want to say it was like 2 weeks before, like when I got here, there was this huge hurricane in Houston. Like, it flooded the entire city. I was just looking at people's stories and they were just like, their whole apartments was underwater. I was like, my like jaw hit the floor, because I was like, I am so glad I did not move to Houston at that time. Oh my God, that would have scarred me. I would have been out of Texas. Like, what? You mean to tell me 2 weeks after I moved here, all my stuff gets flooded? Like, I would have been devastated. And so I will say that Houston does have hurricanes, and it's like a lot more humid there, so it's a lot hotter. It's a lot going on over there in Houston. There's a beach over there, so it's a lot more humid. It's just a lot more, it's just a lot hotter. You feeling my drift. Dallas, on the other hand, it's not as hot, but we do have tornadoes, so you have to consider that as well. Like, I've never had a tornado personally affect me, knock on wood, but I've seen the damage that tornadoes can do out here. So it's very much prominent, and it's something that you have to, take into consideration. Also, Dallas has snowstorms versus Houston. I have not heard anything about snowstorms in Houston. Now, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, because I don't live there, but I haven't heard anything about snowstorms. But Dallas, it's snowing right now. So yeah. Now, when it comes to dating, I would say Dallas has a better dating experience versus Houston. And the reason why I say that is because, like, Dallas is more of a family city versus Houston. Houston is more like cultured, and it's more like casual. You're just gonna have a more casual time over there versus Dallas. You could still have a casual time, but it's just more family based. And so, like I say, it depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for a Carisha prayer, or are you looking for a Sierra prayer? Because if you're looking for a Sierra prayer, Dallas might be where you want to go. If you're looking for a Carisha prayer, I would say you need to go to Houston, because you might find that out there. Out here is corporate money. You're gonna have the businessmen with the money, but out there you're gonna find the street money. So it depends on the type of men that you like, so that would depend on whether you would like Dallas or Houston more. Like, I just find that Dallas has a lot more corporate thugs, and Houston has a lot more thugs, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying. But I will say that the reason why I chose Dallas over Houston is because it fits my lifestyle more. I'm more of a family person. That's number one. Number two, it has way more aesthetic restaurants versus Houston. Houston is just really more so on the vibe versus the aesthetic, and then Dallas is more versus the aesthetic versus the vibe. So it just really depends on what you like, but I'm more so of an aesthetic girl, so like that intrigues me. I also don't really like to party at all. I'm not a club goer. I don't really do that, so Houston wouldn't be fun to me because I don't do that. Kind of like surpassed that point of my life where I party. I don't no longer do that anymore. So I also feel like there's more prominent networking here. Like, you know what they say, your network is your net worth, and I feel like you can build a really good strong network here. Not to say you can't do that in Houston, but like I said, it's just a lot more corporate people here, so you can get your foot in the door better, in my personal opinion, here in Dallas versus in Houston. But overall, I would just say that I chose Dallas over Houston because it's just a lot more safer here in Dallas than it is in Houston. And it really truly just depends on which part of Dallas that you live in. I am definitely a suburban girl, so I stay north, and so like everything, I feel like north of Dallas is a lot safer than South Dallas. Of course, there's a lot going on in South Dallas. I don't know what the crime rate is over there. I don't know what be going on over there, but over here I feel like it's a lot more safe. And I feel like the suburbs are way better here than they are in Houston. I feel like the suburbs, they're just really sporadic, from what I've noticed. Like, I liked Katy, but it's just not as, like, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but I just feel like the suburbs are better in Dallas than they are in Houston. You're gonna find a lot better of an area in Dallas versus in the air, like just finding a nice house in Houston, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's my little 2 cents on Dallas versus Houston. If you are from Houston or if you are from Dallas and you have any, you know, pros and cons on either city, please leave it down in the comment section below for anybody who is looking. I love Dallas. Dallas is my home. I don't really foresee myself living anywhere else. So yeah, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at the TakeOnDallas, on TikTok at the TakeOnDallas, and make sure you guys are joining our community group if you are here in Dallas, so you can connect and network with people who are like-minded like you. It'll be all linked down in my description box for your convenience. And don't forget to subscribe for good vibes, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.